We often hear that romance and love are integral parts of human experience. But to what extent should we engage in them to maintain personal well-being? How can we balance passion with reason without falling into dependency or losing our sense of self? Let's delve into these questions and explore why adopting a Stoic approach to romance can lead to more fulfilling and harmonious relationships. Before we begin, I'd like to highlight the importance of addressing this timeless issue that affects both our emotional health and our interactions with others. In this discussion, you will understand what happens to our emotions and relationships scientifically and philosophically, and what Stoicism has to teach us about cultivating meaningful love and connections. Also, remember to stay engaged with our community to gain more insights into living a balanced and virtuous life. Now, let's begin. Current psychology acknowledges that love and romantic relationships are fundamental to human happiness and social bonding. Not only do these connections enhance our emotional well-being, but they also contribute to our physical health and longevity. However, this modern view of romance as an essential aspect of life was not always so. In the past, romantic love was often idealized and seen as a source of both great joy and significant turmoil. In many cultures, the pursuit of love was entangled with societal expectations and moral judgments, particularly regarding courtship and marriage. This moral framework added layers of complexity to how individuals navigated their romantic lives, often placing constraints on personal freedom and emotional expression. But let's return to the present understanding of romance. What do we know about love, especially from a Stoic perspective? It is known that genuine love fosters deep emotional connections and mutual respect between partners. The Stoics, such as Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, emphasize the importance of reason and self-control in all aspects of life, including romantic relationships. They viewed love not merely as a pursuit of pleasure or emotional fulfillment, but as a profound bond that should be guided by virtue and wisdom. This philosophical approach to romance encourages individuals to seek relationships that enhance their character and contribute to their personal growth, rather than merely satisfying fleeting desires or societal expectations. So, what is the challenge in balancing love with Stoic principles? The Stoics teach that while emotions are a natural part of the human experience, they should not govern our actions or disrupt our inner peace. In the context of romance, this means cultivating a love that is both passionate and rational, where both partners support each other's quest for virtue and self-improvement. The problem arises when love becomes obsessive or when individuals lose themselves in their romantic pursuits, neglecting their personal responsibilities and moral obligations. Just as excessive indulgence in any vice can lead to imbalance and dissatisfaction, so too can unchecked romantic desires disrupt one's sense of self and hinder personal development. Hidden within the benefits of romantic love is the potential for both profound fulfillment and significant pitfalls. Engaging in a healthy romantic relationship can provide emotional support, companionship, and a sense of purpose. However, if one becomes overly dependent on their partner for happiness or loses sight of their own values and goals, the relationship can become a source of stress and emotional turmoil. This delicate balance is where Stoicism offers valuable guidance, teaching us to love deeply yet remain steadfast in our principles and self-awareness. By understanding the nature of love and its impact on our lives, we can navigate romantic relationships in a way that aligns with our highest ideals and fosters mutual growth and respect. The Stoics approach love and romance with a focus on self-mastery and the cultivation of virtue. They believe that true love is rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and the shared pursuit of excellence. Unlike the modern notion of romantic love, which can sometimes be driven by intense emotions and fleeting passions, Stoic love is enduring and stable, grounded in a deep appreciation for each other's character and moral integrity. This perspective encourages individuals to seek partners who complement their virtues and support their journey towards self-improvement, rather than merely satisfying immediate emotional needs or desires. From the words of Epictetus to the reflections of Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism offers profound insights into the nature of love and relationships. The Stoics explored the balance between emotional connection and rational control, advocating for a love that enhances rather than diminishes one's sense of self and purpose. They saw romantic relationships as opportunities to practice self-discipline, empathy, and patience, essential virtues for maintaining harmony and understanding between partners. This philosophical stance emphasizes that love should not lead to dependency or loss of autonomy, but rather contribute to the flourishing of both individuals involved. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of accepting the natural course of relationships and understanding that external circumstances are beyond our control. In love, this means recognizing that we cannot force someone to love us or predict the outcomes of our romantic endeavors. Instead, we should focus on what we can control: our own actions, responses, and the cultivation of our inner virtues. By adopting this mindset, we can approach love with a sense of serenity and resilience, capable of handling both the joys and challenges that come with deep emotional connections. Mastery over romantic emotions and desires was seen by the Stoics as a pathway to personal freedom and inner peace. They taught that by maintaining control over our passions, we prevent them from overwhelming our rational faculties and disrupting our lives. In practice, this means approaching romance with mindfulness and intentionality, ensuring that our relationships are based on mutual respect and shared values rather than transient emotions or societal pressures. This disciplined approach to love allows us to build strong, lasting relationships that support our personal growth and contribute to our overall well-being. Stoic reflection on romance is not simply about restraining our emotions or suppressing our desires, but involves a deeper understanding and appreciation of love as a virtuous and meaningful aspect of life. It translates into the ability to direct our emotions toward building strong, respectful, and supportive relationships that enhance our lives and the lives of our partners. From a Stoic perspective, every action within a romantic relationship has consequences not only for the individuals involved, but also for the broader social fabric. When we engage in love with mindfulness and virtue, we contribute to a harmonious and just society, reflecting the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and reason. When we succumb to excessive or unbalanced romantic desires, we risk losing our connection with the natural order and our own inner serenity. Uncontrolled passion can lead to jealousy, possessiveness, and emotional dependency, which disrupt the harmony that Stoicism seeks to cultivate. Instead of fostering a healthy and balanced relationship, these negative emotions can create conflict and dissatisfaction, distancing us from the true essence of love as envisioned by the Stoics. Maintaining a harmonious relationship requires us to manage our emotions thoughtfully and to prioritize mutual respect and understanding over transient feelings of desire or attachment. Compulsive behaviors in romantic contexts, such as incessant pursuit of validation or constant need for emotional reassurance, can trigger an emotional whirlwind where insecurity and anxiety become dominant forces. The Stoics teach us to control these intense emotions through introspection and self-regulation, allowing us to respond to challenges in a composed and rational manner. By consciously facing our emotions and understanding their root causes, we can manage them healthily and constructively, ensuring that our romantic relationships are sources of support and growth rather than stress and turmoil. This approach encourages us to seek inner peace and stability, which in turn fosters healthier and more fulfilling connections with others. However, the Stoics encourage us to find true satisfaction within ourselves, emphasizing that genuine joy comes from self-mastery and the cultivation of our virtues. This internal focus allows us to love others without losing sight of our own values and goals, creating a balanced dynamic where both partners support each other's personal development. Instead of being slaves to our desires or dependent on our partners for happiness, we learn to appreciate love as a complement to our own journey toward excellence and self-improvement. This perspective aligns with the Stoic belief that true happiness lies in living a life of virtue and reason, rather than in external circumstances or fleeting pleasures. Allow me to share a personal inspirational story that illustrates the power of Stoic principles in romantic relationships. I know someone who struggled with maintaining healthy romantic connections, often feeling overwhelmed by intense emotions and conflicting desires. This individual found themselves in a cycle of short-lived relationships, each ending in disappointment and emotional distress. Seeking a more fulfilling and stable approach to love, they turned to Stoic teachings and began practicing self-control and emotional regulation. Through disciplined introspection and the cultivation of virtues such as patience, empathy, and resilience, they underwent a profound transformation. They learned to approach relationships with a balanced mindset, prioritizing mutual respect and personal growth over transient emotional highs. As a result, they now enjoy deep, meaningful connections that enrich their lives and support their ongoing journey towards self-improvement and inner peace. True satisfaction in love and relationships, from a Stoic perspective, comes from living in accordance with our deepest principles and values. When we align our romantic endeavors with our commitment to virtue and self-mastery, we create relationships that are both fulfilling and harmonious. Yielding to fleeting desires or societal pressures can lead us away from what we truly value, causing dissatisfaction and emotional turmoil. Compulsive behaviors in love, such as seeking constant validation or succumbing to jealousy, can distance us from our noblest purposes and steer us away from the true happiness found in virtue and inner peace. By embracing Stoic practices like meditation and mindfulness, we can cultivate the mental serenity needed to resist temptations and face our emotions in a healthy and constructive manner. This disciplined approach to romance ensures that our relationships do not become obstacles to our personal growth and mental well-being. Instead, they become supportive environments where both partners can thrive and pursue their individual and shared goals. The Stoics teach us that true love is not about possession or dependency, but about mutual respect and the shared pursuit of excellence. By practicing moderation and self-control, we can build strong, lasting relationships that enhance our lives and contribute to our overall sense of purpose and fulfillment. This alignment with Stoic principles allows us to experience love as a source of strength and inspiration, rather than as a source of stress or conflict. So, my friend, what are you doing with your approach to love and relationships? Do you think that pursuing romantic connections without a foundation of self-awareness and virtue can lead to true happiness and fulfillment? Reflect on whether your romantic endeavors align with your deepest values and contribute to your personal growth. If you find that your relationships are causing more stress and dissatisfaction than joy and support, it might be time to adopt a more Stoic approach to love. Embrace the principles of self-control, mindfulness, and virtue, and you will find that true satisfaction comes not from external validation or fleeting pleasures, but from the harmony and balance that comes from living a life of reason and integrity. Thank you for staying with me through this exploration of Stoicism and romance. Remember to engage with our community, share your thoughts, and continue your journey toward a more balanced and virtuous life.